Welcome back to Safety is an Illusion podcast. I'm your host, Ghost Rats, and this is episode 11. This is going to be a special episode. This is going to be wrapping up this season of Safety is an Illusion podcast. I'm going to be working on the next season. Some changes. This is going to be strictly just a tech podcast. When it comes to mental health, I'm going to be creating a new podcast called Hacking Happiness. I'm really excited about this. I could spend more time talking about mental health and awareness and helping people that suffer from depression, anxiety, and just giving them some positive messages is something I've always wanted to do. And now that I've have a platform where it can reach a lot more people, I feel as if I even reach out to one person that needs to hear a positive message, I've done my job. I went through a lot in my life. I still struggle with mental health, and it's just I want to help anybody out there. I don't want anyone to ever feel like they're alone. So I'm going to be creating a new podcast dedicated to that kind of stuff called Hacking Happiness once again. And these podcasts, I'm going to leave more for tech discussions and talks. My plan for next season is to get actual people to talk as well, not just me, just talking on a monologue and my opinions. I think I want to get some professionals in here as well and do like one-on-one, bouncing off ideas off each other. I really want to grow these podcasts. So this is going to be wrapping up season one. And to wrap up season one, I'm going to end it with discussion about AI and what jobs are going to be safe from it, and what should you be studying right now, and what things you may be studying that might be obsolete because of AI will be taking it over. And before we get into that, I just want to thank everybody for the support once again. This has been a great experience for me, especially when it comes to podcasts. I never thought I would have one. I figured I would just start one, and it's been growing, and both sides to reaching the mental health, as well as the just the little tech discussions and talks and theories and things that I could share with people. Again, this gives me a platform to talk about my channel as well, and updates going on. I got a lot of things lined up in the future, but I'll save that for the second season. But I'm really excited because things are really moving in the right direction, and I'm really excited for the things that are coming. I don't want to spoil too much. I want it to be a surprise for everybody, but it's just more basically just more gadgets, some actual partnerships with companies that can help us grow and learn together. And you guys have been great in Discord. Everybody's learning off of each other, and everybody's the best part about it, that which I love, is that they're sharing. Everybody's sharing their little bits of like their special knowledge, like the things that they study their whole life and passionate about with other people. And it's like they're mixing together. Like one person really likes radios, one person really likes coding, and like it's just how they're bouncing and working off each other. That's like my dream. So tech people helping tech people, it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. So nevertheless, let's just get into the topic about AI. So AI in general is going to be taking over a lot of jobs. I don't know if anybody has seen, I mean, you guys have had to seen the Tesla robots that Elon was showing off the other day. These robots definitely going to do some damage when it comes to the workforce. I mean, they're going to be taking over tons of jobs. It's so much cheaper to buy one of these bots than to actually pay a human to do a job. You don't have to worry about health benefits, anything like that. It's just break or fix the bots. So, and when it comes to like tech jobs, now AI in general, the jobs that I already you're seeing problems with is coding jobs, anything to do with writing scripts, web designers. I mean, these AI tools are basically doing a lot of that work for you. I mean, Chat GPT, I mean, you can ask it to write you a basic website, or just ask it to do a simple code for you, and it can do it. And there's some jailbroken AIs where you can do malicious stuff too, like, hey, build me a virus or build me like this, and you just tell it what you want and it actually create it for you. But you're still going to need programmers and software engineers. You're still going to need it. It's just that the lower level stuff, like sadly the beginner stuff, the entry level stuff, is going to probably be really hard to get into now because of that. Same thing with cybersecurity. Like, you're going to need cybersecurity. I mean, AI algorithms will probably be really good at detecting things, but you still need as of right now, like when it comes to like intuition and like noticing things outside of the box. I mean, I don't think AI has gotten to that point yet, but it could get to that point eventually. But for the beginning, because we're more on like this cutting edge of AI taking over everything. I really believe that AI it's going to be a slower rollout than people think, but once it's in there, it's going to stay there, and it's going to really sink its teeth deep into it. But as long as you keep sharpening your skills in any field you're in, so like if you're already in like the fields that AI is already starting to like merge its way into, you're still going to need experts. It's going to be it's for a little while, it's going to be both hand in hand. Like AI won't completely replace the human interaction when it comes to these jobs. It's going to be in a gradual process because they got to be sure, right, it works. But once it over test of time, once they show it works and it's more beneficial and it's more productive than a human is, which eventually it will prove so to do so, then you're going to see people start to lose their jobs and stuff like that. So we still got time, right? But it just, as long as you keep sharp, you got to keep sharpening your skills and maybe just learn, and then like you want to be more specialized in something, it seems, because like if you're specialized in a particular area, you're a specialist. Like if you're just a generic uh tech person that, or just you're just generic in code or whatever job in that field, writing scripts or writing programs, if you're just a lower level that stuff's going to be taken up from AI because you don't really need that anymore. You need the people actually designing it or coming up with these out of the box ideas, these game changer ideas. So I mean, it can be a useful tool for for the engineers out there, but it is going to threaten a lot of things. It's going You're going to see the IT workforce shrink a little bit, I think, because again, it's going to take away a lot of those entry level jobs, and that's the real thing that's going to be attacking is entry level jobs. But you still need hands-on people. You still need people hands-on fixing things and dealing with just other humans when it comes to tech. So that stuff, help desk is still going to be a thing. AI can definitely help assist it. Where AI is going to really help the tech field is when it comes to like noticing changes or suspicious behavior, especially when just even if you can install AI into cameras and read people's moods. And some jobs that I really think are going to not be really touched at all from AI is like networking jobs. I mean, networks are going to work the way they work even with or without AI. They might be able to help enhance it eventually. I could see them implementing AI and maybe routers to help route traffic better or help predict where you want to go. But a lot of that stuff already exists. So it's kind of like one of those things, if it's not broke, don't fix it type of deals. But I think networking would be safe. I think that any kind of like a hardware job will be safe because you're still going to need people to do hardware things. I just really think the only jobs that you have to really worry about is those coding jobs, running a Python, all those things, because of the fact that these AI algorithms can just write scripts and everything within milliseconds, and they could test it, and you can just basically talk to it, and it'll build what you want to build. So that's where I think that AI is really going to sink its teeth in, is those types of jobs. Yeah, and the fundamental too, like to even get a little bit more outside of tech here with the AI. What are we going to do? Like, it's going to displace so many jobs where we're going to have to come up with some kind of basic level of income just so people can survive. It's already hard to get a job as it is now. Now you add that into the mix. It's just going to really reshape just the way we live and view things. I think personally it's a good thing. I think we should probably focus more on ourselves and our spirituality and just bettering ourselves rather than working, enslaving ourselves away, and just so we can end up retiring at an old age with the little money that we saved to basically just die, right? To me, it's like this whole system's crazy that we work our whole lives. It's just so we have a little bit of comfort at the end of it. It's just crazy. I think this whole system is crazy. If you really look at it, I just really think that maybe it's a good thing that maybe this AI will really, it will really stir up some things that like maybe get some things moving, motivate people, motivate a change in the world, and maybe help a little bit more with greed, and we can just work together. But I'm being a little bit optimistic here. But when it comes to the tech field, you're going to need technicians. You're going to need people to write code. You're going to need software engineers. I just think, and again, I'm coming from somebody with knowledge. I went to school for computer networking, as I always said to myself, I got to pick a job field where I know it's always going to be in demand, and networking is always going to be in demand. And networking changes very slightly, but the fundamentals still work. So no matter what updates there is to networks, no matter what generation networks we're working on, they all pretty much work the same. They just basically improve off of one another, where hardware and code and just things like that, those change the most, and they're the most dramatic changes. But when it comes to that kind of stuff, not so much. So, and that's where I felt comfortable with when I went to school, and I just had a feeling. And I was never good at coding because, again, with being dyslexic the way I am, Writing code did not work. I couldn't even write English without having issues. So writing code and staring at that kind of stuff, it just doesn't work for me. So it's one thing. Just know your strengths and weaknesses, right? But I wouldn't fear. I just study. Just if you just say to yourself, "Could an AI can what I'm doing right now? Could AI replace it?" If you just sit there and think about that, like, all right, I have a tech job. Could AI do my job better? Because everybody has AI like tech jobs, but we don't. What field are you in, and what are you actually doing? And if you answer at any point saying, you know what, I think AI could eventually do this job, then maybe it's time to study something or get specialized in what you're doing. Don't be complacent, because if you are, eventually there's going to be a day where it's like, oh, wait a minute, now this is a threat, and all that time I should have been preparing myself or learning new things or bettering myself at this job. I wasted those years, and now I'm stuck, and I don't know what to do, and I don't think you could get fired, but maybe. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It's everything's so uncertain. I think this AI movement is bigger than people are making it out to be. And I don't know if they're doing that on purpose to keep us calm, but it's going to really shake up. It's just the fundamentals, how we live and how we view things. It could be good. It could be bad. I think it's going to be a good thing, because I think we should focus on ourselves more rather than this crazy rat race that we work in. But when it comes to tech is going to be the number one jobs. I mean, you're going to need people to work on this stuff too. I mean, if you could start studying AI and algorithms and how all this stuff works, get your certifications. There's tons of free and cheap stuff out there. I took an AI business course with Coursera. It only costed me since I got it done so fast, I only cost me I think $80. But if I ended up waiting the full 8-week class, I would end up paying $200. But I got it done so fast, I was able to get it done for $60, whatever it was. So look at stuff like that. Just start building up your resume. I would start studying AI. I mean, learn the enemy, I guess, if you want to look at it that way. Know your enemy. But it's also going to be a good tool. You can use it. I mean, I use AI every day, especially when it comes to writing and stuff like that with my disabilities. So it helps me tremendously. I use it in a lot of aspects of my life. So it can be a useful tool, but at the same time, it's just something that we got to be careful of and prepare ourselves. And you shouldn't stop learning and being complacent anyway. You should always learn, especially if you're in the tech field. You should probably always keep pushing forward to something newer and better. So just keep learning. As long as you're not being stagnant, you should be okay. You should never be comfortable. I hate to say that, because I know everyone wants to be comfortable, but the reality is how life is. Just, you can't be comfortable. There's always going to be somebody trying to one up you, somebody else that wants your job, or you just got another curveball thrown at you with, now a computer can do your job, or an algorithm can do your job, or AI can do your job better than you. It's just how it is. You want to stay relevant, you keep learning, and you should be okay. Even if you're in those job fields that are really risky, because AI can definitely do the job better, just keep learning. Specialize in that field you're in. There's nothing it's not gonna hold you back. If anything, it's only gonna help you grow in any way. So that's it. So that's it for this podcast. Again, this was episode 11. This is gonna be the final podcast of this season. I'm gonna take some time off to prepare for second season of Safety is an Illusion podcast. Like I said, I want to get more guests in here. And I'm really excited to announce the launch of the mental health awareness and just a positivity podcast called Hacking Happiness. I think that's going to be really good for people. So it also separates it too. So if you're just here for the tech, or you want a little bit of mental health, I mean, it gives you the separation. I'm trying to divide things on my channel more, so you can just get what you want. You don't have to wait for get to the things you want, if that makes any sense. Trying to give you guys what you want when you want it. So, all right, appreciate all you guys. This has been great. Thank you for all the support with these podcasts. It's just a lot. It's also very emotional too. It's just how much we've done so far, and we haven't even done this for a full year yet. This has been a great experience. So, look forward to the future. I look forward to actually talking and mingling with you guys during these podcasts as well. And remember, safety is an illusion. I'll see you in the next podcast.